Here to vlog about Love and Hip Hop Season 2, Episode 6, The Revelation. If it seems like I'm talking low, my daughter's asleep, so I'm not even really going to go into the whole episode. It's just the major thing that happened, the major things that happened on this episode. So, well, Nikki and Brandy meet up to speak about the whole thing with Jason Lee and Hazel. And, Brandy is like, well, any dude that throws a drink on a female is a punk. That's that's some girl type stuff or whatever. So Nikki tells her that she's having this beauty bar makeup event thing, and she wanted Brandy to come, and she invited Jason because she wanted to speak on the Hazel situation. So at the beauty bar event or whatever, Jason shows up with Kamaya, and he talks to Nikki right off the bat. He's just like, he went to go shake Brandy's hand. Brandy didn't shake his hand, and she's like, I've heard of you. So, as Brandy's talking to him, he's like, well, I'm not going to talk to your chihuahua. In my opinion, Brandy was being a bit of a chihuahua. She was yip-yapping and all of that, and they didn't even get to resolve their issue or whatever. But, again, Jason started it by insulting Brandy. And then he tried to make it seem like Nikki is the one that started it, like Nikki ambushed him, and, Nikki's the reason why him and Hazel got into their altercation. And it's like, don't put that on Nikki. When Hazel came to speak, all she did was come to speak, and you came at her about her credentials. You downplayed what she does for a living, saying that she was homeless, saying that she was broke, saying that she wasn't really a publicist, she can't rap, all kinds of things. You came for Hazel, and Hazel didn't even understand why y'all had an issue. She didn't even know y'all had an issue until you drew the drink in her face. So then, at the beauty bar event, Brandy threw water on him. It was like, you like a drink being thrown on you? So they're all arguing and it's getting loud. And, Kamaya wanted to speak to Nikki about the whole Fizz situation and whatnot. They didn't resolve it. They ended up arguing or whatever. And that was that. And Jason Lee is talking about how he's going to kill Nikki in the blogs or whatever. And I'm sitting up here like, he's going to kill her in the blogs and have all his readers, diss her and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting here like, what readers, Jason Lee? Nobody even knows who you are. Bruh, Bossip ain't even claiming you. So it's like, you ain't hurting Nikki's money. She still got a good following. She still got fans. She's still making money. And what are you doing? Being messy on Love and Hip Hop. So Shonda and Willie, they're still discussing their financial struggles. Willie is trying to get out of his contract with Willie's trying to get out of his contract with, I think, a former label, and he's trying to sign on to another so that he can actually get his career jumping off. So, him and Shonda are going back and forth about money struggles, and Shonda is adamant about going back to stripping. Willie doesn't want her to do that, and I get it. He doesn't want her to strip, but Shonda's like, well, how we're living and where we're living, we can't afford regular money, so I can't just go and get a regular job. And my thing is this, all these connections that Willie got or should have as an artist in the industry, why you can't, Shonda's a pretty girl, why she can't do some print modeling? Why can't she do, something in the industry, modeling, beauty, fashion, something like that? She's a pretty girl. So I'm pretty sure stripping should not be the first thing. Stripping may be all that she knows, but stripping should not be the first thing you want to do, especially now that you're a married woman with kids. I could see if you and Willie didn't have kids, y'all weren't married, then that's another situation because you don't know if anything's guaranteed. But here you have your husband who does not want his wife and the mother of his kids swinging around the pole with some dollars in her G-string. I get it. I get where he comes from, and I get where Shonda comes from, just like I said last week. And my thing is, Shonda, all of these are like, it may be time for you to leave that in the past, because now what you're thinking, you just want fast money, and it doesn't work that way. Granted, y'all are living in LA. I know LA is expensive, but LA is full of opportunities, and all of these people in this cast, you could team up with them and you can do something with them. Y'all could brand together and you could get your money that way. Like, there's so many opportunities for you instead of you being a stripper again. You're a mom of 2 now, so you have to think about your kids. Yeah, you're thinking about your kids, but you're just thinking about the money. You're not thinking about the damage it could do to your kids, or because once you get that label as a stripper, that's your label forever for whatever reason. But if you have kids and you have other options besides being a stripper, like plain and simple. And like I said, Shonda is a really pretty girl. I think she should do modeling. I think she should do something in fashion. Like, it's so many things she can do. So stripping should not be the first thing. And I'm with Willie. Like, if I was a man, I wouldn't want my wife on no pole. I would want her to pursue her actual dreams. So there has to be more to Shonda than being a stripper. So good luck to them. Now this whole Tierra Marie and Princess thing. Okay, so Tierra Marie has been purposely messing with Princess and Ray J, like basically trying to like ruin their relationship because she felt that they both hurt her last year, so she's getting her revenge back. And now that she sees that Princess is in a vulnerable place with Ray J, she's playing mind games with the both of them. So Princess now knows that Tierra is playing her. So she agrees to meet up. They all meet up and they hang out or whatever. And she confronts Tierra about it. And Tierra basically says, well, you and Ray, y'all did me dirty last year. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing to you guys this year. And she was like, Princess was like, well, when I came to you at the pamper party, it was no ill intentions. It was nothing. I came at you like a real person. And Tierra Marie was like, yeah, but I wouldn't kick you while you down like you did me last year. Tierra, like I said on my Twitter, Tierra has a point, but she was petty for even doing this whole thing with Princess and Ray J the entire time. Like, I understand you're hurt by the both of them. You probably didn't get an apology by the both of them and whatnot. But you were super duper petty for pretending to be this girl's friend, but setting her up behind her back. You were petty and Princess was dumb for trusting in you. So basically, both of y'all are wrong, basically. And I mean, Tierra was very immature for what she did. But like I said, Princess was dumb for thinking that Tierra's her friend. And what Princess should have done was been smarter to know, okay, maybe she has some, ulterior motives as to why she's doing what she's doing. Princess should have been like one step ahead of Tierra and figured, well, she did catch on after a while. And she was bothered by it, which is why she confronted Tierra. But she shouldn't have trusted Tierra anyway. Like, you got to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And that's why Tierra was like, in that other episode, always know your opponent. She was giving you some advice. It kind of went over your head. Because you thought she was talking about Ray. But she was talking about herself in them words, too. So, I mean, it's a big old mess with her and Tierra. They was fighting. Moniece threw a drink on her, and Moniece said that it was edited. And the reason why she threw the drink was because Princess was talking about her son, and Fizz and all of that. So, I mean, yeah, I would have threw a drink too, because you don't talk about my kids and my family. You can say what you want to say about me. Don't bring my kids and my family into it. So I get it. Now, the biggest thing is basically Miles and Amber. So Miles has been battling with himself, going back and forth, trying to figure out how and when he's going to finally tell Amber his secret. And for right now, Milan isn't speaking to him. So him and Amber have had the idea to go to couples therapy for, a while. So he finally decides to, book the appointment or whatever. And Amber is happy that they're going to therapy. And she's telling her sister, yeah, we can talk about our issues and whatever. And her sister is like, well, something is up. If all of this is happening and he's leading you on and it seems like he's playing games, something is up. And I just want you to smarten up and open your eyes and whatnot. She's like, well, I think that therapy will help, so we'll go. So Miles books the appointment. He meets with a therapist first, and he's basically telling her, I've been living a double life. I want to finally come out and, let everybody know what's going on with me, so there's no more lies and there's no more hurting people. And the therapist is telling him, well, this is going to be a hard pill for her to swallow, so you have to be prepared for how she reacts to it and how everybody in your family is going to react to it, because this is a big thing. So Amber finally arrives and she pulls up in the car, and the therapist is like, well, I'm here for you. I will help you and we will get through this, but just be prepared for her reaction and I hope you're ready. And he's like, well, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. And it basically ended right there. So, I mean, it wasn't really much that happened on this episode, but I mean, it was an okay episode for what it was. I see that next week is going to be a continuation, because it stopped like right when Amber, rung the doorbell. So, I mean, next week she's finally going to find out, and it looks like her reaction is like she lost her mind. And then they're doing a special called Out in Hip Hop, about hip hop artists that are like on the down low in the industry, because there's a lot of them out there, and it's like almost a sin to be gay and be a rapper. So, I mean, the one thing I like about this season of Love and Hip Hop is that they're bringing that to the forefront. So, I mean, I just didn't like how Miles was going about it, but I mean, as I'm watching these episodes, I see that, it's really not easy for a gay person to come out to their family and their friends, and it's really not like, they don't mean to hurt the person or whatever, but I just don't like that. I just didn't like the fact that he's on TV living a double life, saying that he's, afraid to tell people about his situation. He's afraid to come out, but he's on TV doing it, That's the only thing that kind of didn't sit right with me. But I mean, I get why he's doing it, and I get it now. So I mean, next week is gonna be good. Like I said, it wasn't really much to talk about this episode, but I mean, that was basically it. So like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, and I will see you guys next video. I also see that for the first time they're doing the Black Ink Crew reunion. That look like that's gonna be good, because this season finale episode was all over the place, so I can't wait to see it. And I was wondering, because I'm like, okay, if Black Ink Crew goes on season finale tonight, what are they gonna put on next Monday to fill their slot? And then I was thinking to myself, they should put a reunion for Black Ink Crew, and they're doing it at the shop, so that should be good. But I'll be watching it. I won't vlog about it. I'll probably talk about it a little bit in the Love and Hip Hop vlog. And I'll most likely vlog about the Out in Hip Hop special. Yeah, I'll vlog about that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good night. Like, comment, subscribe. Night.